Welcome back, Fair Grove. This week's theme is Veterans Day.
So let's go check out this week's broadcast.
Do you have any veterans in your family? If you do, march down to book club to read a book all about it. Hey Fair Grove Falcons, this week I'll be interviewing a new officer sister. So skip on to Calls and Crew Ready to find out more.
Veterans Day is around the corner and I have the perfect song to celebrate with. So stick to the end to listen to it.
What's up, Falcons? We have some news about our federal sports, so skip ahead to find out more.
Hey there, Falcons. Today I'm going to be telling you your top radar information along with your weather forecast.
We've got some important dates to discuss this week, so skip over to my show to find out what's happening around campus.
This week's theme is veterans, and we want to know what is your favorite military branch.
Have you ever wanted to take your console on the go? Well, we have the solution for you.
Virgo, do you know how to make a red and white blue treat? Watch from the food to see how. I'm your host, Amber Rambola.
And I'm your co-host, Samantha Rodriguez. This week's word of the day is serve.
According to Webster's dictionary, serve means to do military or naval service.
I wish there was a way I could see my video game console on the go.
Oh,
Well, all about tech is going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch, so let's go check it out with your host,
Elias Mendiola.
Take me down to the riverbed. Take me down to the fighting end.
I'm Elias Mendiola, your host. Nintendo Switch is a gaming system that you can use with your friends and wherever you go. It's probably going to be around the same price as a PS4 or Xbox One, or perhaps less. The Nintendo Switch will serve you wherever you go. The Nintendo Switch has its own charging port on the big screen. The Nintendo Switch can also act as a Wii U. It is going to be released March 2017. The Nintendo Switch has its own controller. Now let's take a moment of silence for all veterans. Now let's go check out a video on the Nintendo Switch. That's all I have for you this week. Now let's head back to the studio with Amber and Samantha.
Thanks, Elias. I heard Fair Grove did pretty well on their first season of sports.
I wonder what statistics they have about football and volleyball.
Well, let's go check out sports news with your hosts,
Giovanni Garcia, Mark Salcevedo, and Marcel Zamora.
What's up, Falcons? Hey Marcus, are you planning to do community service in high school? I don't exactly know. Now to over to the NFL. The Raiders win against the Broncos 30-20.
On third down and goal. Give it to him, and he does not get in. Yes, he does. Take a look again. Obviously, all scoring plays are reviewed. He did. Boy, he just did.
They will have a bye next week. The Chargers win against the Titans 43-35. They'll play against the Dolphins this Sunday at 1:05 p.m. The 49ers lost against the Saints 41-23. They'll play this Sunday against the Cardinals at 1:25 p.m. The Rams lost against Panthers 13-10. They will next play against the Jets this Sunday at 10 a.m.
Now let's head over to the NBA.
The Lakers won against the Suns 119-108.
They will next play against the Pelicans at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
The Clippers won against the Spurs 116-92.
They will play today against the Thunder at 8 p.m.
Now let's head over to your Super Soccer host, Eliseo Zamora.
LA Galaxy lost against Colorado 3-1 in penalties and are out of the playoffs. Real Madrid won against Leganés 3-0. They will play against Atletico Madrid tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. Barcelona won against Sevilla 2-1. They will play tomorrow against Malaga at 11:45 a.m. America tied against Atlas 1-1. They will play against Pachuca tomorrow at 5:06 p.m. Chivas tied against León 1-1. They will play tomorrow against Necaxa at 7 p.m. Now let's head over to Fairgrow Sports with Marcus and Gio.
Football lost to Mesa Robles 21-18.
putting them in second place and finishing the season 7-2. Volleyball lost against Mesa Robles 3-1, which puts them in fourth place and finishing the season 3-6.
Get there! Get there! Oh, knock it down!
Yeah!
Back corner. Yes.
Now let's head back to the studio with
Me?
And me. Do you know what it takes to be an office assistant?
No, I have no clue.
Let's go see College and Career Ready to see what it takes to be.
With your host, David Galaviz.
I was 19 years old. I got married 2 weeks before we deployed to the Persian Gulf. We were way too young in the first place.
Hey Falcons, I'm David Galaviz, your host for College and Career Ready. I'll be interviewing a new office assistant. Good afternoon. What do you do for a living?
I'm an office assistant at Fairgrove Academy.
What type of training did you have to do to prepare for this job?
I have worked 4 years as an office assistant for the Hudson Valley Unified School District at Wilson High School.
What do you do here at the office?
I greet parents. I help any children who come in who are feeling ill, and I do clerical work here in the office.
How long have you been working here?
I've been working here for 3 weeks.
Do you have any other careers in mind?
Museum curator, or I did plan on doing fashion.
Bonus question time. Why did you decide to work here?
I decided to work here because I needed a full-time job and I had a part-time beforehand.
Thank you for your time. I hope you serve the school well.
Thank you.
Now let's head back to the studio with Amber's man.
Thanks, David.
What's Veterans Day all about?
It's about how veterans all around the world serve our country and how we're thankful for their support.
Ooh, that sounds like that would be an interesting book.
Well, look, Lee, there is a book about that, so let's go check it out in book club with your host,
Alonza Hina.
I'm Alonzo No Host, your host for book club. This week I'll be reading a book called Veterans Day. This book is grade level 3.1 and is worth half a point. This is the front of the book. And that is the back of the book. The reason I chose this book is because I have family members in the armed forces, and comment below if you have any family members in the armed forces. Now let me explain what Veterans Day is all about. Commemorated as Armistice Day, November 11th became a legal federal holiday in the United States in 1938. In the aftermath of World War II and the Korean War, Armistice Day became known as Veterans Day, a holiday dedicated to American veterans of all wars. Now let me read you a part of this service-themed book. After the war, Americans were glad to celebrate Armistice Day again, but in 1954, the name was changed to Veterans Day. Now let's have a moment of silence for all the veterans that have served and passed away. That's it for this week, Falcons. See you next week, Falcons. Now let's back to the studio with Amber Ambula and Samantha Rodriguez. Bye.
Thanks, Alonza.
What are the different type of military branches?
Funny you say that because that's this week's question.
Well, how am I supposed to answer if I don't know what they are?
Well, Sam, if we go check out the show, you'll get an idea.
Well, let's go check it out with your host,
Philip Salazar.
What's up, Falcons? I'm Philip Salazar, your host for With People. Okay, and now let's head into this week's question. And this week's question is, what is your favorite military branch?
Army, Air Force, Air Force, Air Force, military, the Navy SEAL, Air Force, Air Force, Army, 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 Marines, Air Force, Air Force, Marines.
What is your favorite military branch? Army got 35%, Marines got 25%, Navy got 10%, and the Air Force got 30%. And the winner is Army with 35%.
And remember to thank the people who served. Well, that's all for this week, Falcons. See you next week on Weekly Poll. Now let's head back to the studio with Amber and Samantha.
We'll be back, Fairgrove.
We'll return after these messages.
Today, you people are no longer maggots. Today, you are Marines.
Columbia, this is Houston, ALS, over. Houston, Columbia, navigate, over. Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now.
Well, today, Veterans Day, as we do every year, we take that moment to embrace the gentle heroes of Vietnam and of all our wars. We remember those who were called upon to give all a person can give, and we remember those who were prepared to make that sacrifice if it were demanded of them in the line of duty, though it never was. Most of all, we remember the devotion and gallantry with which all of them ennobled their nation as they became champions of a noble cause.
We're back.
Hey Sam, do you know how to spell?
Of course not.
Well, good thing you didn't sign up for the spelling bee.
Speaking of spelling bee, when is that?
I don't know, but let's go check out what's up with Fargo.
With your host, Ray Patriotic.
Let's hop into this week's dates. Wednesday, the 16th, is a spelling bee practice from 2:30 to 4. Thursday, the 17th, is a spelling bee from 2:30 to 5. Hopefully all that practice will serve some good use. Friday, the 18th, is Jean Day. That's all for this week, so let's head on back to the studio with Amber and Samantha.
Thanks, Ray. Hey, Amber, do you know how to make a special treat honoring the veterans?
No? Is that even possible?
Fun with Food knows how.
Then let's go check it out to see if that's true and fun with food.
With your host, Yesenia Martinez.
Hey Fargo, I'm Yesenia Martinez, your host for Fun with Food. This week we'll be serving you an American flag. The ingredients you'll be needing are raspberries, marshmallows, and blueberries. The utensils you'll be needing are a cutting board and a plate. First, you have to wash your hands for 30 seconds or sing your ABCs. Now let's get started. First, set 3 blueberries 3 times in a row. Then make a pattern of raspberries and marshmallows. Like this. And this is the finished product. Well, that's all for this week, Falcons. See you next week on Fun with Food. Now let's get back.
Thanks, Yesenia. How can veterans fight in difficult weather?
They have a commitment to serve, no matter what obstacle they face.
That's interesting, but I wonder what the weather will be for us this week.
Well, let's go check it out with your host,
Jose Ray.
Hey there, Falcons. I'm Jose Reyes, your host for Weekend Weather, and this week's theme is Veterans Day. Let's start off with this week's Doppler radar.
I hope this letter catches up with you.
Now let's head over to this week's weather forecast. Today it's going to be sunny with a high 83 and a low 57. Tomorrow it's going to be sunny with a high 82 and a low 56. On Sunday it's going to be partly cloudy with a high 75 and a low 55. On Monday, it's going to be sunny with a high 76 and a low 56. That's all for this week, Falcons. And for any veterans watching this show, thank you for your service. Now let's head back to the studio with Samantha Rodriguez and Amber Arambula.
Thanks, Jose.
Let's go check out Sound of the Week with your host, Destiny Rodriguez.
Bye, Fargo.
What's up, Falcons? I'm your host, Destiny Rodriguez. This week I'll be showing you pictures of kids celebrating Veterans Day, and I will also be giving you this week's song. This week's song is For What It's Worth, and it is written by Buffalo Springfield. This song was released in 1966. This song's genre is folk rock. This song tells a story about the veterans who served for us. Well, that's all for this week, Falcons. Bye!
Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going